Hello, listeners. Welcome back to the podcast. On this fine Thursday, I wanted to highlight a play written by an underground author that I'm not sure a lot of people have heard of. The story is A Midsummer Night's Dream by a Mr. William Shakespeare. That is just awesome. It's all about the city where four lovers find themselves in a bit of a love square when some fairies from the magical woods outside their city infect the lovers with a flower that infects their feelings for each other. When all of these emotions are changing and characters are in conflict, it makes you think what sort of being could do such a thing. I have excellent news, my dear listeners. I am lucky enough to be seated with one of those wacky characters from A Midsummer Night's Dream. A trickster hobgoblin who spends most of his time ruining the relationships of others by drugging them with a love potion. Everyone please welcome Puck!
Hey guys, I'm Puck. What's up?
Classic Puck. So, what compels you to put potions on people while they're sleeping?
Oh, well, originally I was more concerned about making my boss's wife fall in love with a monster. The couples were kind of just a second thought.
Is that supposed to make it better?
Well, I mean, it was my boss's idea. Oberon, king of the fairies. I do what he tells me to. It's not my fault he and his wife were having marriage problems. A magic love potion seemed a lot cheaper than, I don't know, couples counseling.
Oh, I see. So you just follow orders.
Order in the court!
Right. But when meddling with the couples, that wasn't with malicious intent?
Yeah, exactly. It kind of just happened the way all love does. By chance.
Wow, what a lovely lesson to learn.
I mean, don't get me wrong, though. I love messing with people. I'm a big fan of playing tricks, pulling pranks, having fun, being an all-around gooster.
Oh, I get it. So you're kinda like a jester in this story. I mean, you have this fun-loving personality, and you tell a lot of jokes. You're very charming in that way.
I would argue that I am more than just a jester. I'm not sure that you noticed, but I move a lot of the plot forward. If it weren't for me and that flower, those four idiots would probably still be sad, miserable, and loveless.
I can't even imagine what that's like.
I can't either. My life is pretty awesome. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a shapeshifter? Did I mention that, by the way? I am literally awesome.
Yeah, I guess you are pretty awesome.
Aw, shucks. You're awesome, too. You know, Cory, that flower sure was powerful. But maybe the real magic all along was just good old-fashioned friendship.
That is so heartwarming, Puck. I just want to thank you for coming onto the show.
I want to thank you. It's rare I get the honor of meeting someone as cool and funny and smart and kind and wonderful as you. If I'm being frank, you're the best podcast host I have ever had the pleasure of making the acquaintance of.
Thanks. Okay, bye now.
Bye.
As you can tell, listeners, this play is certainly a wild ride of ups and downs and lefts and rights, etc. It is definitely interesting to hear perspective from those who were pulling the strings of the story, causing all the effects. But what were the lovers like in this tale? Helena and Demetrious were two victims in this story. Helena spent the play pining after Demetrious. Demetrious, meanwhile, didn't care about Helena at all until he was under the effect of the love potion. Certainly a match made in heaven. But then, when the potion was lifted from Demetrious, wait. Okay. Never mind. I'm seeing here now that it doesn't get lifted. Right. Match made in heaven. Another stroke of luck, everyone, but I happen to have Helena and Demetrious in the studio right now. Let's see how their lives post-Midsummer Madness has been. Welcome to the pod, lovebirds.
Hey, Cory. We're just so happy to be here.
Yeah,
We just love your podcast so much. It's so kind of you to invite us. Our lives after the story have just been, well, crazy. When we aren't being voted as Athens' cutest couple for the 427th year in a row, we're just spending time together. Being in love, you know? Do you know what it's like to be in love? We sure do. We settled down. We got a dog, a purebred Cocker Spaniel. Named him Helena Jr. He really does have his mother's eyes.
He's adopted.
We got this little house in the city, just over 10,000 square feet. Just enough room for us. And maybe a couple little ones in the future, wink wink.
Oh, are you pregnant?
Why would you ask me that?
Oh, uh, I thought. Anyways, it is great to hear that you two have been doing so well for yourselves since the story's end. Just out of curiosity, I've been wanting to ask Demetrious about something. During the story, you get infected with a love potion, but by the play's end, it doesn't seem that you get cured like all the others. Is there a chance that you could still be under its effect?
It's funny that you mentioned that. Not funny in a way I can sense, though. I mean, sure, I understand the emotions on paper. I understand what's funny, what's sad, what's joy or rage. I understand them. I only understand them. Ever since that night in the middle of summer, my emotions haven't been the same. It's like I'm being pulled through my life by someone aside from myself. Like I experience my thoughts instead of voluntarily thinking them. It's almost like I'm not myself, like I haven't been myself for a long time. My mother passed away last August. It was sudden and before her time. It was heartbreaking. I know it was heartbreaking. But when I stood above her grave, I didn't cry. I didn't feel the need to, because I didn't feel sad. All I could feel was love. Love for Helena, the same overwhelming love that I've been victim to for ages. It's all I feel anymore. I've become a shell of a man. I can't feel anything but love. I know this should scare me, but I just can't feel it.
Aw, Dimitri, I love you too.
You two are certainly a breath of fresh air. I am glad we had this time to chat. It was really insightful. Now, I have a show to wrap up, so see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Wow, they really are Athens' cutest couple. This episode has been a lot of fun, listeners, and I thank you, everyone, for listening and learning a bit about this magical land of Athens. Be sure to keep an eye out for any mischievous fairies looking to stir up trouble. Goodbye, everyone. Sleep tight.